Well, hello. How are my beautiful friends? How are you guys? Everybody doing good? I wish I could hear you. I am so nervous, excited, happy for a palette that I just picked up. This is from Sigma. This is the An Knook collaboration. They're calling it a pro eyeshadow palette. I am not a professional makeup artist. I'm just a lady of a certain age doing the best she can with what you have. And I love Sigma's palettes. This is different. This looks very like professional aesthetic, right? The cover, beautiful, lots of different looks to get inspired by. And this is the palette. And I gotta be honest, when I first saw this, I'm like, oh, what? To me, it initially looked like, at least the photography that I initially saw, it looked like a fine palette, just fine. It didn't jump out at me. It didn't wow me initially. I accidentally got this palette. Like I didn't, this isn't gifted to me. This is not something that came in PR, nothing like that. I'm not that kind of channel. I purchased it with my own money and I accidentally thought I was gonna get a coupon code. That Sigma had sent a thing saying, oh, well here's, and it was something crazy like 40% off. 40% off site-wide. So click, looked, what do I not have already? Don't have this one. 40% off, let's try it. Yeah, and it wasn't until I got to the very end that it was like, okay, code will be applied at the end. And then once I hit submit order, it was like, oh, I realized that collaborations don't count for the code. That was 100% on me. Don't be fooled by that. Anne is a beautiful international YouTube star when it comes to eyeshadows. Do I trust her to come up with an eyeshadow palette? Kind of. And getting this in person, now look at that. Aren't those beautiful? I didn't have much expectations. I was thinking it was gonna be like one of those Lorac, like just kind of blah. This is not blah. This is stunning. This is beautiful. This is me being excited because I didn't realize I was gonna like this so much. You know what? I think I'm gonna go in with this domed brush. This is a Refer 12. I've got something I've got to go do, but I think it's worth it to throw in one of these pops of blues or purple. I'm gonna start with this shade right here. Right? Kind of a warmer brown. I'm gonna mix my warmer tan, I guess, called Virgo. I'm totally mixing my warms and my cools today. I do have an Hourglass eyeshadow primer on. I feel like it's been on for a little bit, but it has not quite set down, so it's got a little bit of a grip. So I'm just gonna tap this on above my crease, and then we'll do a little bit of blending here, but we're gonna start by just sort of tapping it on. If you guys are not familiar with Sigma at all, they make beautiful brushes. They've done a lot of really fun collabs. Like I really like the Cinderella one. I really liked. They did an Alice in Wonderland. Anyway, I think I have just about all of their larger palettes and a number of their smaller palettes. They just have a lot of really beautiful eyeshadows. It is one of my top favorite eyeshadow formulas. I put it right up there with Natasha Denona as being one of my favorites on the higher end of the spectrum. Not exactly budget. Not hugely expensive, but kind of in the ballpark of Anastasia or, you know, Huda or whatever else. That is a beautiful light tan color. I'm just taking a clean dry brush now that I've got the color kind of deposited on there, and we're just gonna kind of shear out that very top section so that it's blended a little bit more. I'm not a master blender. As I said, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not gonna apologize for that. I did get reached out to by a company that said, hey, we want to give you one of our master courses for free if you do a video on it, blah, blah, blah. And I haven't decided yet if I want to do that. Okay, taking a smaller, this is Refer 13 brush. I'm gonna go into this burgundy brown called Cacao. I think that's how you say that. And we're gonna take this outer, and then we'll bring it up here a little bit. Again, this seems like it's a little bit more of a warmer brown, like a burgundy brown. Ah, love these shades, wow. I might have to rethink what I do is for my accent color. I wanted to do kind of a fun accent color for tonight. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. Now as I'm looking at it, I'm like, I wanna use all the colors. If you want me to come back, I don't have time to do 3 looks today. And again, mainly because I wasn't sure how this color story was gonna work. I didn't feel necessarily inspired by the photography that they had for it. But now that I've got it, now I'm like, why did I sleep on this? Why did I wait? Because it's actually really, really lovely. The color story is, yeah. I should have used some of her pictures for inspiration. Okay, that's a deal. If you guys want me to come back and do multiple looks with this, I will use some of her pictures for inspiration and see if we can't recreate something that she's done. as a way to get more familiar and just play, you know? Why would you not want to play? So now I'm at a crossroads because I really wanted to do, you know, this kind of brown or this, you know, sort of tan color as a warm shade and then go into, you know, some cooler shades. But I'll be darned if I'm not looking at this going, I kind of want to use this. There's a kind of a marigold shade in here called Nacho Cheese. I kind of want to use that too, but that sort of defeats the purpose of doing, you know, the warm and the cool if I just keep going warmer and warmer. I didn't have a game plan, you guys. I apologize. Didn't know what I was doing, per usual. The shades are beautiful. Darn you fall colors that I love so much. I have to step away from the Tikka Masala shade. July 1 is pretty. Tan is pretty. Cinnamon Roll. Some of these shades look very similar. Like they're just a gradient off, but very close. This one's the one that's kind of like this marigold shade. That cacao shade is so beautiful. I almost don't want to do anything else. Okay, I need to though, because that's the whole point of this channel is we're playing with makeup here. I don't know if it's Washand. No, it's W-A-S-H-A-N-D. It's a shimmer, which I would normally apply with my finger, but I'm taking it on this angled refer brush. This is a 32. Thinking it'll go on a little bit more sheer, and there's something so beautiful about copper eyeshadow. Now I feel bad because as I've been going to my husband's show, we've got a show tonight, as I've been going, I think I've been wearing a lot more copper eyeshadows lately, but I just can't get away. Oh my gosh, that formula is so beautiful. I'm just taking it all over. I can't get enough. Okay, I'm gonna actually take a little bit about my finger here too, just to see. Oh, so pretty. Wow, and that did amp that up a little bit. All right, so here's the thing. I'm gonna actually take another shade and go right over the top of that. So pretty. I wanna take this one that's a little bit warmer called Worthy. Feels like it's almost like a little bit of a different formula, but we're gonna take Worthy right at the center of that. Hopefully that'll give my eye a little bit more roundness, a little bit more dimension. I had no idea that this would be such a pretty palette, you guys. God, I'm dumb. Had no idea. Okay, I'm going back into Cacao, which is that kind of burgundy brown color that I started with, or that I used on the outside. And we're just gonna kind of keep blending these together. Now all of a sudden it's gonna be one of those days where I've got all the colors on my eyes. But I don't really. I mean, as I say that, I really only have 3 shades, don't I? 4 shades, I guess. There's a cool tone matte in here. I might start with this and see what that looks like. This one's called Glaze. That's very cool toned, very light. And over the top of that bronzy color, it almost makes it look a little iridescent or something in there. All right, we're just gonna kind of blend that up here a little bit. I don't know that I love that there. I think I'm gonna top over it with one of these other gold shades. Okay, I want to take one of the golds. I have one other gold that I haven't tried yet, and it's called Adorn. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that, and let's tap that right in here. I didn't think my eyes were gonna go so sparkly today. That wasn't really my intention, but I think it'll be all right. Yeah, even with that white base, that gold on top is actually very pretty. Wow, I love this. Shoot, I'm going back in with Cacao again, just because I want to deepen this up. I might even take a little bit of a, should I want to take the black over it too? No, I don't want it. That's crazy. Why would I want to do that? Going back into Virgo, just to bring that up a little bit. The fun thing is I'm wearing all black right now, and I was gonna wear a blue like leather jacket tonight. That's the reason why I wanted to pull in one of these brighter colors, these lighter pops of blue, and I think I'm going to. I want to pull it in down below, but I think I want to start with this shade right here called July 1. And I'm gonna use that out here as kind of my base shadow. And then I'm gonna put a little blue on it too. So I'm trying to keep the majority of the shade out on the outer side. I've got the dregs of something from earlier on here. I was filming earlier today. So I've got a little bit of that left here, but I'm just gonna kind of smudge it all in. I might have to go in with that black too, but that's really pretty. And now I'm gonna clean off my brush a little bit. I think it's gonna have to be 1992, this blue right here. The purple is very pretty, the light blue is very pretty. This is the one that's calling to me. And I think it's because that's about the color of my jacket that I'm wearing tonight. So I'm trying to keep that a little bit higher and putting it in closer to my lash line. It does have a little bit of kick up, so I'll be curious to see how much of this ends up in my contacts. So something that you kind of have to watch out for. Wow, I love that. All right, we're gonna put a little bit of it up here too, just to kind of tie it all in together. Just keeping it out towards the outside. And all of a sudden, just like that, I'm now gonna be the lady in the room with more makeup than anybody else. I'm gonna go into this black right here called Levine, so like April Levine, and I'm just gonna kind of ever so slightly deepen up that outer lash line. I mean, I'm not putting on every shade from this palette, but I'm trying to put a dent in it. Wow, I love the way this looks. It's a little bold, smoky, more exotic than I would have thought. I need some eyeliner and a little bit of cleanup from some of the fallout from the sparkly shade. I picked up a kit from Odin's Eye with a bunch of their eyeliners, and I have one in here called Colorful Black, which is not really, it's more, to me, it's more of like a charcoal gray. I'm gonna use that. Yeah, their version of Colorful Black is a little bit more of like a, almost like a metallic finish, and I am loving this. I need to get some mascara on. I'll be right back. All right, you guys, eyeshadow's done. I need a little bit cleaner of a brush. I'm gonna try to maybe take up some of that shimmer just a little bit through here. I use the IT Cosmetics Super Hair Mascara, one of my all-time favorites. My brows are a little boring right now, but I'm okay with that because there's so much attention on the eyes, the eyeshadow. I love it. I'm not even gonna put on a highlighter. I was originally thinking, I was like, oh, maybe I need to put on a highlighter. I don't need to do that. That helped. Okay. We're in good shape here. I need a little bit of gloss. Nothing like a nude gloss to kind of tie things together. I love this. All right, you guys, let me go do something with my hair so I can get out of here for the evening, wash some brushes up. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Just goes to prove you cannot judge a book by its cover. When I first saw these, I was like, wah, wah, wah. Now that I have them on, is this the most perfect palette? No, it's not. If I got rid of some of the browns that seem a little redundant and threw in like a green or two, like maybe maybe like an olive green, a sparkly lime green, maybe even a forest green, and got rid of this, maybe gotten rid of that, then it just might be the most perfect palette. I didn't try this silver. Wow, this gray smoky look right here, the black. Ooh, I have so many things in this that I want to play with now. Thank you guys for hanging out with me this long. I appreciate that. If you guys are at all interested, try to remember to include the link to the website down below. Not sponsored, affiliated, or endorsed. I get nothing in PR. I get nothing if you guys purchase this. Feel free to follow the link. It's just there for your convenience. I don't have a discount code with Sigma. I don't know that they do. Well, they don't. They don't do discount codes for collaborations anyway, so you're kind of SOL on that. But I hope you guys are doing really well. I hope you guys consider sticking around. Hit the little subscribe button. Ring the bell to get notified. I tend to upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. My name is Shelly. You can follow me over on Instagram at Shelly Tsunami. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.